For years, the relationship between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has been one of the most talked about stories in the world. To some people, it was a modern fairy tale, a prince walking away from royal tradition for the woman he loved. But to others, it was the beginning of one of the biggest royal disasters in modern history. And now, fresh rumours surrounding money problems, marriage tension, Hollywood rejection, and growing frustration behind closed doors are putting Harry and Meghan back under the spotlight once again.
She wanted to have lots of sex with him.
Did she?
And he's a guy, come on, he's a guy who likes women who have sex, and so that's where they went, under the sky.
Because according to royal insiders and commentators, something inside the Sussex marriage may finally be breaking. The latest drama exploded after reports claimed Meghan Markle was deeply upset about allegedly not being invited to the 2026 Met Gala. For years, Meghan has tried to position herself as a major Hollywood figure after leaving royal life behind. Streaming deals, podcasts, lifestyle branding, red carpets, celebrity friendships. Everything seemed carefully designed to build a new identity outside the royal family. But critics say the reality hasn't matched the image, and according to multiple commentators, being excluded from one of Hollywood's biggest nights may have hit Meghan harder than expected. Because in celebrity culture, invitations matter, especially the Met Gala. The Met Gala is not just another celebrity event, it's about status, influence, power, being seen as important enough to enter fashion's most exclusive room. And according to growing speculation online, Meghan being absent from that world has fueled even more rumours that Hollywood's elite are quietly distancing themselves from her. At the same time, new reports have surfaced claiming Harry and Meghan are facing growing tension inside their marriage over money and public image. According to insiders quoted in entertainment reports, Meghan's increasing focus on business deals, branding, and financial opportunities has allegedly caused friction with Harry. And critics believe Harry may now be struggling with the reality of the life he chose, because the version of freedom he imagined years ago may look very different from the reality he's living now. When Harry first met Meghan, the relationship moved incredibly fast. Almost immediately, the two appeared inseparable. Trips together, secret vacations, constant headlines. And according to royal biographer Angela Levan, Meghan allegedly understood very quickly how emotionally vulnerable Harry was at the time. Harry had spent years feeling like the outsider inside the royal family, still carrying pain connected to the loss of his mother, Princess Diana, still battling public pressure and still trying to find stability in his own identity. And many critics now argue Meghan entered his life at exactly the right moment to become the centre of his world. According to Levin's claims, Meghan allegedly swept Harry into a whirlwind romance that made him feel understood, protected, and emotionally connected in a way he desperately wanted.
Well, it was very obvious. She'd wanted to get a rich man. She thought he was worth far more than he has been. Millions didn't count. It's a huge amount of money.
Do you think that she literally was that cynical?
The relationship quickly became intense. Private trips, romantic getaways, long periods away from royal structure. And one story in particular continues following them years later, the Africa story. According to royal commentators, Meghan invited Harry on a romantic trip to Africa very early in their relationship. That trip has since become almost symbolic in royal discussions surrounding the couple, because many critics believe that was the moment Harry became completely emotionally attached. the place where he stopped thinking like a prince and started thinking entirely as a man in love. And according to commentators, once that happened, everything changed. Harry began defending Meghan publicly almost immediately, breaking royal tradition, attacking the press aggressively, distancing himself from parts of royal life, and eventually distancing himself from his own family. Over time, critics began arguing that Meghan's ambitions inside the royal family were much bigger than originally presented. According to several royal insiders, Meghan reportedly struggled with royal hierarchy from the beginning, especially the reality that Catherine, Princess of Wales, would always rank above her within the monarchy. That tension became a huge talking point among royal watchers. Because Meghan was never entering the royal family as the future queen, she was entering as the wife of the spare. And some critics believe she never fully accepted that position. According to royal stories that continue circulating years later, Harry allegedly became convinced Meghan deserved a much larger role inside the institution. Some reports even claim he believed Meghan was more capable and modern than other senior royals. But inside the palace, that reportedly created enormous tension. Because royal hierarchy isn't based on popularity, it's based on birth order and tradition. And tradition is something Meghan was repeatedly accused of clashing with. Then came the biggest royal shock of all. Harry and Meghan left. Not temporarily, completely, walking away from senior royal duties and relocating to California in what became known worldwide as Megxit. At first, the move looked bold, powerful, independent. The couple signed major media deals, huge interviews, streaming projects, book deals. Everything suggested they were building a billion-dollar celebrity empire outside the monarchy. But years later, critics argue the momentum has faded badly. Several projects underperformed, public support became divided, and the couple increasingly found themselves trapped between two worlds, no longer fully royal, but not fully accepted as Hollywood royalty either. That's the position many commentators believe Harry especially struggles with today, because unlike Meghan, Harry was born inside the royal system. That world is all he ever knew. Now, according to growing speculation, Harry may be feeling more isolated than ever. His relationship with the royal family remains deeply damaged. His friendships in Britain reportedly faded, and his public image has changed dramatically since leaving royal life. Once viewed as the fun-loving prince with massive public support, Harry is now one of the most controversial members of the royal family. And critics argue much of that transformation happened after Meghan entered his life. Meanwhile, Meghan continues pushing forward with branding projects, public appearances, lifestyle ventures, and celebrity networking. But critics say the public increasingly sees the strategy itself, the image building, the calculated appearances, the Hollywood ambition. And according to some royal commentators, Harry may now be realizing that the glamorous California dream he chased came with a heavy cost. Still, leaving the marriage would not be simple, not even close, because children change everything. The couple now share 2 children together, and any separation would instantly become one of the biggest celebrity stories in the world. Add royal titles, media contracts, public pressure, and family tension into the mix, and the situation becomes even more complicated. That's why many royal experts remain divided on whether Harry would ever actually leave. Some believe he eventually returns to Britain alone. Others think pride will keep him in California much longer. Because returning home would also mean admitting something Harry may never want to admit publicly. that the royal family's warnings about Meghan may have been right all along. And for Harry, that possibility may be emotionally devastating, because he didn't just defend Meghan, he sacrificed almost everything for her. His royal role, his military connections, his relationship with his brother, Prince William, his connection to the institution that shaped his entire identity. Walking away from Meghan now would force him to confront years of choices that changed his life permanently. At the same time, Meghan continues facing criticism from multiple directions: Hollywood insiders, royal commentators, sections of the public. And according to growing reports, even some celebrity circles are quietly distancing themselves from the Sussex brand. That's why stories like the Met Gala rumours exploded online so fast. Because many critics see them as symbolic of something bigger: the gap between the image Meghan wants and the reality she may actually be facing. Right now, nobody outside Harry and Meghan truly knows what their marriage looks like behind closed doors. But one thing is clear: the fairy tale image surrounding the Sussexes has faded dramatically, and what replaced it is something far messier: a story about power, celebrity, status, money, public image, and two people who may now be discovering that escaping the royal family was far easier than building a completely new kingdom of their own.